It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
It's the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Shogun!
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. Many of the stores in town are already very well established, so my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells.
Why do I feel like she's different than I expect? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once, but there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either, and both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try?
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like... Anyway.
I'm very glad you...
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk...
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, almighty Shogun.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk. Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's...
Sure! Let's go
adventure time!
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yae Publishing House?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand.
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yae Public...
I'm just here to try something new.
In principle, you're absolutely right.
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay, there are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. Don't take them too seriously.
Okay. Huh. How can this be? I know every individual word in these books' titles. So why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular Take this one, for example. The good... It's so long. Is it true that hilichurls grow stronger from eating Sansetias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's... made up? What's the point of that? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilichurls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilichurl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can...
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively... I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style.
All right, leave it to us. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. The suspense is... Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved... Yeah! The plot is... With a premise like this, Paimon thinks it might be... Well, if someone... With a string, someone like that could easily become... You do have... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Why are there 7 people, all striving to have a relationship with a single male protagonist?
Not really. It's a pretty normal story.
I see. Yes, this is an important relationship, so... Could the author not simply add a narrative device whereby the main character could accept the feelings of...
That would be the most boring love story ever!
love? Narrative devices are truly mysterious things.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the story?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, in accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present.
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time.
Take a photo?
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find... No, just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a
Okay. So what exactly is striking a pose? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you. Ah, the more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems. How should I pose? Help me out here. Casual. All right. Well, I'll leave the okay. I'll try that. All right. Well, this doesn't feel very me. Is this okay? All right. Well, okay. I'll try. Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle. It's a wrap!
Wow. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because the pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still... So, the one in this photo, if it's not me, then why does she...
Okay, that's way above Hey, that's right!
Of course I do.
So then, who does that?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about my I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist. The Shogun, for example.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guide.
Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting... Oh, that sounded like Ippei.
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on. Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The almighty You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji?
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yes. Master Kamaji. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks, but for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji.
That's right. Apologies.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present.
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and it's... So, Master Kamaji decided...
Surely they would be discussing...
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. The meeting place is in the mountains near the
Takatsukasa. And the...
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet. Yeah, I thought of that. No need. I'm only a lowly... I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't...
What do you think?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision.
Thank you so much, Shogun. Let me mark out the location of the base for you.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. Illusion shattered!
The fairy!
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Finally, the fairy!
There is no escape!
Finally, it's a lucky day.
Say no more! Just like we rehearsed. Why?
Now you shall perish!
The fairy! The fairy!
Shine down!
At the frying pan.
How's this? Finally, let's get down to business.
Boba, get them! Teamwork is teamwork!
My blade!
Illusion shattered!
The fairy!
Inazuma shine eternal!
The fairy! Finally,
There is no escape!
Fight this off the side! Everybody stand up!
Shine down!
At the frying pan. Go!
my blade!
Now you shall perish!
The fairy!
There is no escape!
Let's light it up! Nice and spicy!
The fairy!
Illusion shattered!
What's one more?
I'm going in! Hey! Boba, get them! Hi!
Torn to oblivion!
Look! It's Kujo...
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced... You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth.
All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good. So why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light? And try-
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a...
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryo commissioner.
Well, yes, of course.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it.
Sorry, a duel?
The first Tenryo commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age? And here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well,
never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryo commissioner. Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decision, but that was as far as I went. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, you may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something...
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. He has shown me how some things remain the same. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets, and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryu Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done. There's a...
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryu Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no... Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay. I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you...
Okay, see you next. Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, the only thing left to do is return the passport.
Did you know? What? How amusing. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. So, from what you were saying, it seems that's the most important outcome of this trip.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities and... Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip, and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world.